Hey, happy day. Let's talk about getting people to come again, getting people to come back to your business, getting people to come back to do business with you more than once. And where does this expression come from? And what does it mean to you? And how on earth can you possibly do it in order to grow and supersize your business? Because the truth is, we always want people, especially great customers, to come back to our business again. I chose this filter on purpose today. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, by the way, also known as Pajama Grandma, because I want to show that I would love to have a multiple of myself coming back to my business. We tend to do business with people that are like us. Not always the case, not always true, but for the most part, we're solving a problem for people that we once upon a time had ourselves, because that's how we came up with the solution to the problem or the situation. A lot of times what we do for our careers and for our lives, and maybe that's not always true. If I'm an accountant, I might not have had an accounting problem that I solved for myself, but I probably do my own accounting, and now I solve and do accounting for other people. So I'm sure you can find ways to not understand what I'm saying, but I challenge you to understand what I'm saying instead of trying to argue with what I'm, the perspective that I'm sharing. You don't just have, please don't just automatically agree with it, but don't necessarily automatically disagree with it either. So come again is, of course, a 20th century African-American expression that means, I don't understand what you're saying. Could you please repeat yourself? Now, come again is a much shorter way of saying, I don't understand what you're saying. Could you please repeat yourself? But generally, I have found, and I do use the expression come again, but not necessarily in that context. I use it to, hey, come again. I want you to come back and do business with me again. I want you to come back to my store again. I want you to come back to my restaurant again. I want you to patronize and visit us again, more than, hey, I don't get what you're saying. When I don't understand what somebody's saying, I usually say, hey, could you please repeat that? Or I ask a clarifying question, or I say, I don't understand what you're saying to me. I don't get it. I'm a little fuzzy sometimes, like we all are, or maybe my mind is in 12 different places, but I didn't catch that. I might say I didn't catch that, or I guess I would have said come again, but it's usually, and to me, come again is just a little bit too abrupt for the settings that I found myself in. I might say that, I wouldn't even say that to my kids, I don't think, but maybe I would. Maybe because it's not a common terminology that I have used before, except in the context of, please come back to my business. I want you to come again. So how do you invite people back to your business? How do you encourage them to come back and do business with you again? Now, I only encourage the people that I've loved doing business with to come back again and to do repeat business with me. The more I value my time and the more one-on-one work I do with people, the more particular I am about who I do want to continue to spend my time with. And so I specifically and very forwardly invite people to more work with me and to come, back to do business with me. In the past, there was a sign on the door that said, come again. When they left, it said, thank you for your patronage. Please come back again, or come again. And I would say today, most businesses in some way, shape, or form have a thank you sign or a come back again sign as the minimal way of encouraging people to come back to your business. What are better ways to encourage people to come back to your business? Well, number one, make sure that they have an absolutely phenomenal experience with you and everyone in your organization. Number two, make sure that they get their needs met or their problem solved and get what they want. Specifically, get the result that they want. And sometimes we have to give them what they need, even though they don't know to ask for what they need. We need to make sure that they get the thing that they want the most, the result that they want the most from us, and they get through a great experience. Then we need to invite them back. A lot of times people wait to be invited. I don't know why, but a lot of people, I would say most people are waiting for other people to invite them or to encourage them to do something. Nowadays we're so connected, yet we're so disconnected. If you reach out and invite people, they're likely to feel, it makes them feel important and special, and they're more likely to come again and do business with you again. There's a lot of different ways of doing that. I love loyalty programs and reward programs for people doing business with you. I love them because they encourage people to come to your business again, number one. And number two, you can actually set them up so that you encourage people to come to your business when it's a slow time or when sales are slower. I love doing that. And I picked that up mostly in the hospitality and restaurant industry. There are days of the week that people don't go out to eat. And I learned it even before then in the from the movie industry, theaters knew traditionally that Tuesday was their absolute positive worst day for ticket sales. So what they did is they offered incentives, they gave discounts, and I think they still do today, that there's discounted theater tickets on Tuesdays. But that's where I learned to start going to the movie by myself. I would go if everybody was busy, because I worked a weird shift in corporate America back then. I would just go to a movie on a Tuesday because it was cheaper and it was fun, and I got over my fear of doing things alone by going to the movie by myself. And we can encourage people to do the same thing with our repeat business and our come again, and the specials and the bonuses and the communications that we offer. Are you following up with your customers? Are you following up and making sure that they got the most out of their interaction with you? That's a part of customer service, is making sure that people are happy with your company, your business after the sale. You can do that automatically with emails and messages now. It doesn't have to be a huge process. Or get on the phone and talk to people. Your best customers, talk to them every once in a while. Communicate with them directly and ask them questions about how you could do a better job for them and for other people just like them. So what are you doing to get people to come back to your business, to come again? Make sure you are giving them a great experience and inviting them back again. So I invite you to come again and watch me tomorrow as I share another tidbit of wisdom and idioms, and where do some of these expressions that impact all of us come from, and how can you use them to supersize and grow your business. Have an amazing day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. I'm going to come again. I hope you do too. Bye.